Oliver has a hospital centrifuge at home.
Gerald, I haven't got time for this.
Bite my head off, why don't you?
Well, use your head and keep out of his space. In fact, tell everyone else to keep out of his space while you're at it. We're 2 nurses down and I can't find a replacement.
So you'll allow Tanya to assist me?
Yes, because that's where her true talents obviously lie.
Are you demoting me?
You haven't stepped up. You nurse, me charge. Got it?
Word is, you've had an extremely rough day.
Oh, fantastic. Scotty's told everyone.
He got around, you know nurses. The charge nurse job is a nightmare, Tans. Anyone who goes there takes at least 2 months to get it right.
Okay, I wasn't perfect, but I was handling it. I was getting there.
So what happened?
Nicole bailed on her shift at the last minute, and Morgan offered to cover it. Scotty was so stressed out, so I didn't tell him.
Even though he made it clear there was to be no special treatment.
Then Morgan's first surgery went over, so I had to cover for her second one.
And Scotty spun out. Right. It's hardly the crime of the century.
And that guy is in total denial. He hasn't done with grieving yet. He hasn't even started grieving. He is like this walking ball of rage, and lucky me, he gets to wear it.
Do you want me to put my union hat on? I can talk to him for you.
No, I should talk to him.
Do you think he'll listen?
Probably not.
Let me try and knock some sense into him for you. It's what I'm here for.
I don't want time off now. It's practically Christmas.
Strictly speaking, it should have been taken before the end of last month. HR did advise you. We don't want people stockpiling their leave.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't be complaining.
See, I've penciled you in for later this week.
This week? Little madam. She needs a swift kick up the you-know-what.
Well, at least you won't have to see her for a bit.
I don't need time off. I haven't got anything planned.
Well, then do nothing. Potter around the house. Plant some flowers. Read a book. Oh, could you please talk some sense into our mother? She's complaining about having a week off.
Oh, wish I could take a week off.
What did I tell you? Never look a gift horse in the mouth.
Are you all right? You look a bit down.
I'm just jealous of your holiday. It's a great time to go away this time of year. No crowds, nice men to hang out with.
Oh, well, I'm glad you mentioned Howard. I was afraid I was going to get my head bitten off.
Go on, Mum. What's stopping you?
Maybe you're right. Maybe it's just what I need.
Hallelujah.
How's ED? Still frantic?
Not bad. Things have calmed down a bit.
Nice for some, eh?
Hey, I wanted a chance to run something past you if you got a minute.
What's it about?
Tanya. She's having a few issues with the whole charge nurse thing.
Am I my uniform?
No.
Then it'll have to wait.
Okay, as long as you don't put it on the back burner, we need to address this.
And I need to go running.
Didn't you go for a run this morning?
Yes. And again at lunchtime. Is that okay with you?
Herbal tea with the tea bag jiggled 11 times, because 11 is a prime number. Oh, hope I'm not interrupting.
Rachel was just updating me on some surgical conferences. That, and a reminder that I'm required to use up annual leave. I suspect you are, too.
Management are on a mission.
Ever been to the Maldives? I know a fabulous resort there. They have an underwater restaurant. You can watch the fish.
Sounds great.
Yeah, tropical islands have their appeal, but I prefer to spend my holidays improving my knowledge and skills.
Right. Then perhaps we could add on a few annual leave days to one of Rachel's conferences. There's bound to be something of interest.
Nothing in the vicinity of the Indian Ocean.
You never know your luck. I'll look into it. Meanwhile, an opportunity for your nurses. It's a 3-day perioperative nursing conference. Priscilla Montrose is the key speaker.
The theatre nurse practitioner, she's a legend.
So they say. Scotty's got all the details on the course. We can only afford to send one nurse, but it's better than nothing.
All this talk of conferences, and I thought the study leave budget was used up.
You just have to know where to look, I guess.
Thank you, Rachel. That's more than generous.
Glad I could help.
What was that about?
Which bit didn't you understand?
You're being nice to Gabrielle. I don't buy it.
Well, I feel bad about the dinner party. I behaved like a troll and I wanted to make up for it.
You don't do remorse. I still don't buy it.
Maybe I grew up. I tried to get you back. You want to be with Gabrielle. I was disappointed and I behaved like a complete idiot. But now I'm moving on. It's as simple as that.
Really?
We all have to live together, right?
Hey, 2 berry smoothies, thanks.
No, I wanted a green tea.
Oh, sorry. 1 berry smoothie, 1 green tea.
Hey, everything all right with you guys?
Yeah, of course it is.
So where are you going?
Sorry?
You and Howard on your week off.
Oh, we haven't decided yet. What's bothering you? You can tell me.
Nothing. Just work stuff. Oh, look who it is.
Ladies, how are we?
Very well, thank you. We were just discussing your big holiday plans.
Oh?
Oh, blabbermouth has spoiled my surprise. I've just been given a week off, starting tomorrow.
Oh, talk about timing. That's great news. Don't fancy a jaunt to the Mount, do you?
Oh, you're so lucky to live there.
Indeed. What do you reckon, Yvonne? I could show you all my favourite spots.
Oh, it's far too much trouble for you.
Oh, nonsense. I'd love to have you. I'd even take you out on my boat if you twist my arm.
Oh, if she doesn't go, I will.
Come on, Yvonne. Holidays don't land in your lap every day.
All right, then. Why not?
Well, if anyone gets a blasting, it should be me. I'm the one who couldn't get her hungover butt off the couch.
Yeah, but we did organise cover.
Fat lot of you said did Tanya. Man, Scotty's harsh.
She's stressed. Maybe if we explain that we're the ones responsible, he might give her another chance.
Or not.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't give you a written warning.
I know. I showed incredibly bad judgment.
If Morgan hadn't stepped up, the entire surgical roster would have collapsed. It very nearly did when we couldn't find cover for the shift Morgan was supposed to work in the first place.
It was a one-off. I know I messed up, but it'll never happen again. Please, this job means everything to me.
One more incident like yesterday, and it'll go on your record. That's it, you can go.
But I'm the one that thought I could cover 2 operations, not Tanya, and yet she's the one that's...
Tanya was in charge. She should have known better.
Did you receive my email?
About the perioperative conference, yes, it looks good.
Yeah, it's a pity only one theatre nurse can attend. I expect it'll be a difficult choice.
Not really. There's only one nurse who's good enough to go. The rest simply aren't up to it.
Well, I'm concerned to hear that. Perhaps you could explain?
We could do an overnighter on the boat, you know. Take off up the Coromandel.
Oh, let's decide when we get there, shall we?
I'm not talking about some little putt-putt. She's a decent-sized launch, you know. All mod cons. Hello. There it is again.
What is...
The scaring the horses look. No pressure, remember. You'd have your own room, your own space. If it's too soon for us to be going away together, then so be it. Whatever works. You call the shots.
No. I'd like to spend time with you at the Mount. I'd like that very much.
You do keep me on my toes, you know that, don't you?
How about I walk you to your car?
I'm beginning to feel threatened here. You're going to seriously cane me next time we play squash.
Don't I always?
True. You're looking better. You feeling better?
Yeah.
Sleeping okay?
Yep. Remembering to eat and shower too. Not so great at dressing myself, though.
So what about this drink you keep promising me?
As long as you're buying.
We'll see.
Oi, haven't you ever heard of shin splints? Don't ignore me.
I'm sick of you watching my every move. Why is when or how often I go running of such importance to you?
Because I'm worried. This, see? You have to stop doing this.
Doing what?
Turning your back on situations that are too difficult for you. Because guess what? They don't go away. Uniform or no, Scotty, you are my friend. Right now, I am watching my friend avoiding the grief he's feeling by working and exercising himself into an early grave. You've got to look it in the eye. It's the only way to deal with it. Yes, it's painful. Yes, it sucks, but it's the only way to get over it.
I'm handling this in my own way.
Are you? Because if what you did to Tanya is anything to go by, then no, I don't think you are doing so great. After you've had your shower, we need to discuss this.
Priscilla Montrose is an international expert in perioperative care, and the conference will be an excellent learning opportunity. However, due to current budget restrictions, we are limited to just one nurse attending.
Who?
Well, it's Scotty's decision, but earlier today when I broached the topic with him, it became apparent that picking even one nurse could prove rather difficult.
Why is that?
Well, currently he has little confidence in the abilities or integrity of most team members. However, I suspect his judgment has been clouded due to recent personal events. So I will be taking on the responsibility of choosing the placement, which he supports me on.
Yeah, alright, he supports her.
So, any ideas? Who's going?
Well, Tanya would have been an excellent choice had she been able to cope with the charge nurse position. Nicole would have been another excellent candidate had she not recently drunk to excess and let the team down with her non-attendance at work. Most other members of the nursing staff really lack the experience or the knowledge base to benefit from this level of training.
But this is such a brilliant opportunity. We can't let it go to waste. What if we all focused on improving? Scotty might change his mind.
Well, in your case, that wouldn't be necessary. Scotty had only positive things to say about you. However, that too may have been compromised by his grief. I'll let you know our decision as soon as it's practicable.
It's nice to know he's been putting the knife in.
Scotty is way out of line, especially since you didn't do anything wrong.
Thanks. Look, if anyone gets to go, it should be you.
She's right.
Thanks.
Doesn't mean I'm not jealous. Hey, it's my own fault.
I was just leaving. You think avoiding me is going to make these feelings disappear? It doesn't work that way.
There are no feelings. Not for you.
Really? Because last week you said there were, and you were pretty convincing.
I made a mistake. I misled you, and I'm sorry. I'm seeing Howard now.
You can't honestly tell me that he's the guy for you.
Howard and I are the same age. We're at the same stage in life.
It takes more than that, Yvonne. It takes a real connection. We have that.
No. We had a connection through Tanya. Now that that is over, so is anything between us. There is no future for us. You need to move on.
You're lying.
Move on.
Your decision was personal and not professional.
It was professional and final. I don't see the point for this meeting.
Tanya does have valid concerns, Scotty, and you have an obligation to hear them. Otherwise, I have no choice but to get the union involved.
I took Tanya off the surgical charge nurse position because she underperformed.
I did not underperform. I dealt with a difficult situation in the most sensitive and efficient way I could. And not only have I been demoted, I've now been overlooked for the conference.
Because you've clearly demonstrated that you're not ready for it.
Okay, Tans, maybe I should take it from here.
No. This is a waste of time.
I deserve to move up a level, and I definitely deserve another shot at being charge nurse.
You're not capable of being charge nurse.
Oh, right, and you are.
Guys, can we just calm down?
You are running on adrenaline. You're angry all the time. You're punishing everyone because you're hurting so much. You're the one who's struggling. Do you really think Shanti will be proud of the way you're acting?
Get back to work and keep your opinions to yourself.
Well, I shouldn't have said that. But I'm not rolling over. I'm taking this to Callum.
If that's what we have to do, then that is what we have to do.
The growth is particularly wide and deep, so a biopsy might be the better option.
If you need to confirm diagnosis, it will be. It certainly carries fewer risks than a full resection. Oh, hello, didn't see you there.
Oh, get out of your way. I was studying up the instrument layout for that one, actually.
Good for you. Is she a candidate for the perioperative conference?
Nicole? Yeah, I haven't decided yet, though. However, Morgan was Scotty's recommendation. Given the patient's prognosis, I must say I am leaning towards a biopsy.
I'd say they were evenly matched.
But a resection and a biopsy?
No, Morgan and Nicole. She's obviously diligent.
Yes, but known to drop the ball.
Well, everyone makes the odd mistake. Is that a reason to discount her?
Well, it's up to you, of course. Oh, there are a couple of ladies' rigs on board, but you might want to take your own. I know how people get about wrong.
The ones on board will be fine.
Good-o. But if I end up catching all the big fish, I don't want any grizzling.
Oh, please.
So when do you want to head off?
What's wrong with after I finish today? I'll pack us a picnic and we can find a nice spot on the way down.
You are a treasure. I'd better get another cup of coffee. Long drive ahead. One for you?
No, thanks, I'm fine.
You know what? This feels like the start of something. Something very good.
Right. Well, we're all aware of Tanya's grievances. Scotty, would you like to respond?
How did you arrive at the decision to demote Tanya?
Tanya made a number of basic mistakes, her most recent being her failure to inform me of staffing issues when the surgical roster was falling over.
I arranged cover.
With a nurse who had a conflicting schedule.
It wasn't conflicting. The first surgery ran over. And I was able to step in to cover, so there was no problem.
According to Tanya, the reason she kept the issue from you was to protect you from extra stress.
Which was entirely unnecessary, and I had made that point extremely clear to all staff.
I suppose it's only natural to have concerns when a colleague is recently bereaved, Scotty.
It's also a convenient excuse to hide mistakes.
That's absurd.
Good communication skills are a key performance indicator for the charge nurse role. Tanya freely admits that she didn't communicate. I see no fault with Scotty's decision.
Let's keep things on an even keel, shall we?
Insubordination and attitude are our biggest concerns, if you ask me.
It's a stressful time after Shanti's death. Let's make an effort to get along, okay?
Callum, I wouldn't say this if I didn't mean it, but the guy is this far away from a breakdown. He's hanging on by a thread.
It's nothing like creating a bit of drama to make oneself feel important.
Good, you're here. There's something we need to discuss.
Nothing serious, I hope.
It is quite serious, yes. Scotty assures me that none of his comments about the nurses have been influenced by the grief he feels after his wife's death.
Okay.
Which means that his high regard for you still stands, and he has recommended that you be the nurse who attend the perioperative conference.
Thank you, Gabrielle.
However, he has placed the decision in my hands, and therefore his recommendation is just that. So, after careful consideration, I have decided that I will be watching you both to determine who should go to the conference.
Okay.
Nicole's hangover episode was disappointing. However, her extra efforts today have proved that she's willing to go above and beyond.
Extra efforts?
We found Nicole studying my surgical layout in her own time. And it's pleasing a theatre nurse would show that kind of dedication. Therefore, it should be commended.
She certainly is dedicated.
I thought I'd be alone. I had no idea that Gabrielle and Chris would see me.
It's lucky we did. I'll inform you both of my choice in the next few days.
You're not cool with this, are you?
Of course I'm cool with it. We're sisters. Whichever way it goes, we both end up winning.
It's exactly what I thought.
Oh, hi. You off on a picnic?
Actually, I'm going on holiday for a few days. Mount Maunganui.
Oh, cool. Are you going with a friend?
Yes.
Right, well, have a lovely time.
Thank you.
Hey, is Hunt on ambulance duty today?
I don't know why.
Well, there was something on the news. An officer based at the hospital's been stabbed in the head at some out-of-control party or something.
I have to ring him. Oh, I almost had a heart attack.
Why? What did I do? An ambulance officer's been stabbed. We thought you were working.
No, but been in Diego, are they?
Been.
Who told you? What did they say?
It was on the news. They didn't give many details.
I'm going to have to pop back to the hospital, I'm sorry.
I'll wait here then, shall I?
Yeah, I'll call you. Ben, the ambulance officer, where is he?
Over there.
Ben, are you okay? What happened?
I'm fine. They stabbed Diego, the mongrels.
And you were hurt.
I tried to help. This is nothing. I took Diego to resus and no one will tell me anything.
I was so frightened.
Right. Your turn next, Jack.
I heard about the, and I was just checking that everyone was okay.
Yeah, sure. Your mate's still in recess, but he's starting to stabilise. Early days, but it's looking positive.
Thank goodness for that, eh?
Cheers.
Well, now that I know that everyone's fine, I'll get out of the way. Take care of yourself, yeah?
Hey, don't go.
Any news on the Ambos?
Ben's okay. Diego's headed for theatre.
I should get up there. They'll need extra hands.
No. Relax. You finished for the day. They will cope. Hey, nice shoes. They're the ones with the added stability?
Cost me an arm and a leg. Hopefully they're worth it.
Well, let me know the verdict. These have probably had their day. I need a new pair. Listen, Scotty, this situation with Tanya, can I assume it's safely behind us?
Yes.
Yeah, well, probably the last thing you need, eh? Staff throwing wobblies when you're trying to get back on your feet.
Not the first wobbly, won't be the last.
Well, it can't be easy with so much on your plate. No one would judge you if you were feeling the pressure. Losing your wife, it's a huge thing to recover from, mate.
I'm getting there. Taking it one day at a time.
Good.
And running a lot. You should come out with me sometime.
Well, what about now? My gear's here. We could do a couple of laps. You could talk my ear off.
Another night, maybe? I'm running home.
Good. Another night.
Yeah.
Oh, you're still here.
I was just taking a moment.
You feeling okay? You're looking a bit shaky there.
It's always a bit of a shock when one of our lot gets caught in the crossfire. Try as I might, I can never get used to it. Diego, will he be all right?
They're sending him out to theatre, but he should be fine.
That's a big relief.
Ben must have given you a bit of a scare too. I mean, he used to knock around with Tanya. It must feel like he's one of the finest stuff.
Yeah.
So you and Ben?
No.
I think so. Yeah? That's eating you up.
I love him.
He reckons you've gone into dealing. Have you?
Just when you think he's done it all.
Yeah, but that's enough to go to the cops with, isn't it?
You won't believe what's coming next. Shortland Street. Next, TV2.